Do you have your science project? What? My science project? Yeah, I do. And we'll talk about it in this review. Everybody, hope y'all doing well today. This week's Take Two review, as you saw from the intro, is my science project, and it's from. Let's see. I don't actually see the date, but I know it's from like 85 or 86. And the main protagonist in it, his name is Mike. Mike's a gearhead. He's into cars. He doesn't care about school, and so he's flunking. But he has a really cool teacher, played by Dennis Hopper. And this is old enough that he's a teacher, but he was a former, militant hippie, which does make no sense. Seeing as the hippies weren't militant, but militant in their beliefs. Anyways, Dennis Hopper's his science teacher, and he says, if you don't do a science project, and one that's good, you flunk. So, of course, our hero, Mike, goes to this military junkyard. And one thing I forgot to mention at the first is that the very first of it, it's back in the 50s. And they found this UFO. They say dismantle it. But that's the last you see there for a bit. Anyways, Mike ends up out at the Air Force Base, or the junkyard for the Air Force Base, just looking for any kind of mechanical type thing that he could do something with, to pass his science project. But he ends up finding this alien engine, and he also has this nerdy girl with him who's interested in him, and he kind of doesn't even notice her as a sexual object, or as even a person, really. But anyways, they search around the junkyard. They find this engine, and they put it in his car. When it finally turns itself on, it's like crazy powerful. It sucks all the electricity out of the air. It sucks all the electricity out of his battery. So he has to get on his CB, or on a CB of a passenger truck. That's how old this movie is, seeing as they're using CBs, to get his buddy to come give him a tow, because he's too proud to actually be towed in by a tow truck. Anyways, long story short, when they do show it to his teacher, he tells him, this ain't human, and this is very powerful. It might open up holes in time and space. And like, oh. Anyways, like kids do, instead of just leaving it like that, he decides to hook it up to the town's power. Or maybe it's Dennis Hopper's character. I don't know. I just rewatched this recently. It's one of those movies. It's a really great concept, and it's a moderately okay execution, but it's not memorable enough to stick with you enough, if that makes sense. Anyways, when they hook it up to the town's power supply, it rips holes open in space and time. And the whole high school becomes different eras of time. You have some in the future, you have some, one's in Vietnam, one's like caveman type time. And they're trying to get to the machine to unplug it so it will stop. But, they have to traverse all that and fight off everything in there. And it's a decent movie. Is it great? No, but it's not terrible either. It sticks with you enough that I watched it when I was a kid, And the whole concept stuck with me for years, and when it finally came out on DVD like 16 years ago, I jumped on it. And I don't regret that I did. And the big reason I decided to do a review of it today is it comes out next month on Blu-ray. So if you remember this movie, or it piques your interest, it's coming out from Kino Lorber, and on Amazon it's going to be like $15. So it's not a big expense if it sounds like something you're interested in. But like I said, it's not perfect. It has its flaws, but it's still enjoyable. And if you like 80s sci-fi, if you like Dennis Hopper, if you like just weird, odd little movies, then you'll probably enjoy it. That's all I got. We'll see y'all tomorrow for Walking Dead World Beyond review, and other stuff after that. My next movie review will be something new, more or less, if I can find something. If not, it'll be something at least it's fairly new. Anyways, we'll see y'all then.